Okay, so this is tutorial 3 CSQ 1. Yeah, so we start with the first question. They ask with reference to figure 1 and 2. So I have figure 1 and 2 right here. Yeah. Figure 1 and 2 right here. Figure 1 goes here. Figure 2 is here. Explain what evidence is there to suggest an increase in productivity of workers in US manufacturing. Okay, so figure 1 shows you the total employment, right? So the total employment is falling. So this employment is in millions. So literally the number of workers working in the US manufacturing sector is actually falling. Yeah, so you can write that down first. So US manufacturing employment has generally decreased. But then you'll see on the other side that the US real manufacturing output has increased. So this is expressed in an index. So the base here is somewhere here. Yeah, but just looking at the index, you will know that actually the real output is actually increasing. In fact, it almost doubled, right? So then you can say next that the US manufacturing output has generally increased. Yeah. Okay, so actually you can see that there's like two implicit data response questions within here. Yeah. So we take this and then try to interpret it. So output has increased despite falling employment. This means that productivity has risen because you need less workers, but somehow you are able to produce more. Yeah, has increased because the output per worker has increased. Okay, so this is part A. Okay, next, so part B, they ask, using an example, explain a benefit to a firm of producing on a larger scale through participation in the global value chain. So where is this sentence? Yes, it's here. So enables each participating country to exploit comparative advantage and raises the benefits of producing on a larger scale. Yeah. So the econs concept we're going to use here. So larger scale, right? A firm, so you know it's a firm concept. The concept we're going to use is IUS. So IUS is a decrease in average cost that happens when a firm increases its scale of production. Okay, so one benefit, so just state the concept outright. One benefit of producing on a larger scale is that the firm is able to reap IEOS. Yeah, and then let's explain the benefit a bit more. So they said specialization. Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned here there's division of production and task specialization. So you can just explain more. So you can say that the firm is able to break up its production process into simpler, more repetitive tasks. Production process into simpler, more repetitive tasks. Simpler and more repetitive tasks. And therefore, this will increase productivity. And if you increase productivity, then if output rises more than the increase in cost, then this will lead to a decrease in average cost. Yeah. Therefore, the firm may be able to earn higher profits. Okay, so the econs concept here is EOS. Okay, next. C. Explain one possible reason why Singapore has such a high participation in the global value chain. Okay, so what exactly is this global value chain thing? If you want to try to produce something, so let's say you have a factor input that's like this, your factor input A, right? And then your output, your final product is B, right? So previously, before participating in the global value chain, one country would then produce all the way from A to B, right? But if you participate in the global value chain, then maybe you only specialize in parts of the production process. So maybe from A, it becomes A1 first, then it becomes A2, then A3, and then finally becomes B. So what this is saying is that you are now you participate in the global value chain, you specialize in one part of the production process. Yeah. So if you read here, the econs concept they have here is that it enables each participating country to exploit comparative advantage. So this is the grounding econs concept. Okay. So in other words, instead of countries specializing in one producing A and one producing B, this time countries specialize in producing part of the production process. So some might choose to specialize in the red arrow, some might choose to specialize in the yellow, and then some specialize in the green. Yeah. So CA is when you specialize in A or B, but if you participate in the global value chain, there's actually specialization within the production process. Yeah. So but then the benefits are the same. So the benefits are the same benefits as CA. Yeah. So Singapore will want to tap on the global value chain and specialize according to her comparative advantage. So we want to bring this in, yeah, and then tell me what's the benefit, and then tell me as a result that's why I have a very, very high participation in the global value chain. So tell me what's the benefit first. So this means that SG will produce parts of the global value chain that it incurs the lowest op cost in producing. Op cost in producing and can focus its limited resources most productively. Yeah. And then by specializing in trading, SG is able to consume more goods and services compared to if it engaged in domestic production. Yeah, so it's just identifying the central concept, yeah, comparative advantage, stating what it is, which is lowest op cost, and then telling me what's the benefit, which is increased consumption levels, specializing and being able to increase your consumption levels.